one of the greatest football games in history. I know, Charles, I didn't make up the rule. Okay, let's get over it.
TB, the playoffs are here. You and the crew are headed to Philadelphia this week. It's a new playoffs. There's a lot of new faces here. The old guard is sort of taking a year off, it looks like. Do you remember your first playoff game and the difference between the regular season? You've talked a lot about how you came in with this almost irrational confidence, but was there a moment when it's win or go home that things changed for you?
I would say it wasn't irrational confidence. I would say it was a naivete that how challenging the playoffs actually are. Actually, in 2001, we had a great season. We ended up winning our division, and we had a home playoff game in the very last stadium game at the old Foxborough Stadium. And guess who it was against? The Raiders. Also known as the snowball, or as Charles Woodson calls it, the tuck rule game. I know, Charles, I didn't make up the rule. Okay, let's get over it. So anyway, it ended up being about 6 inches of snow on the ground. And as I'm driving into the stadium, we have a full-on blizzard in Foxborough. I was stuck in traffic for a long time. I had to call the head of stadium security to send a police car to pick me up, put his sirens on, and plow my way to the stadium in order to get there on time. Little did we know what was going to ensue that day. One of the greatest football games in history. A battle all the way down to the wire. Adam Vinatieri made the greatest kick of all time in the snowiest of conditions to force the game into overtime. And then he hit a walk-off field goal with my boy Lonnie Paxton doing snow angels in the end zone for us to culminate in victory. It was an unbelievable game. It was an unbelievable experience. And you know what? They always say you never forget your first. I never forget the first.
It's story time here, and we tried to ask you about how difficult the playoffs were, and you turned it into the snowball. You wouldn't even call it the tuck rule. That's a very Tom Brady answer.
You know what? Sometimes I just got to call it the way it is. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like it, but you know what? That was the start of a pretty spectacular journey for our Patriots teams over the next 2 decades.
Man, look away, Charles, huh?
Charles, sorry, I'm not sorry.